Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Baghead, a movie about a monster in a basement. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 13. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. From the makers of It and Barbarian, comes the story of a woman who inherits a bar from her late father to find out there's a weird creature in the basement known as Baghead. And Baghead has the power to allow you to talk to the dead. But you only get 2 minutes, and there's a price to be paid. And you can never let it out of the basement, is the rule. And so people come to the bar so they could talk to their dead relatives. So here this guy talks to his dead wife. And but there's a terrible price. And she, talk to the dead, pay the price, whatever that price is. And she's some sort of crazy witch, I think. So it's pretty cool. I like the idea because the movie sort of is making up new rules for a horror creature of some kind. I feel like it's a witch or something. And, the woman doesn't really talk to her father. She watches videotapes he made about the basement monster. And it's, whatever you do, don't let it out of the basement, he keeps telling her in the videos. And eventually it spirals out of control. It looks cool and I like monster movies like this because they're making up new rules, and it does look very scary and crazy. So let's see. Directed by Alberto Corredor, screenplay by Christina Pineys and Bryce McGuire. Is this based on anything? Yeah, based on the short film written by Lorcan Riley. Interesting. Don't recognize any of the cast. No. But it looks cool. Looks very cool. So these kinds of movies, I think they work because it's not just a straight up monster. The monster only works because you have to summon it, or you have to engage with it. It's sort of like selling your soul, right? Like if you sell your soul, you get something, but it turns back on you because the devil always wins, kind of thing. So this is a little bit like that. That's crazy. That's a cool scene. Like all the fingers. Here, I'll just play just a second of it. Yeah, the fingers kind of like all twist up. And that's pretty cool. So this is Baghead, and then you remove the head, or you remove the bag, and you can talk to your relative or whatever. But then it exacts a price, and there's another cool shot here. You'd see he looks away, and you can see Baghead crawling across the ceiling. But eventually it gets all out of hand. All right, so let's do the 3-act breakdown. If I can find a good still, leave it on her. So first act, woman inherits the bar, finds out about her dad. He died. She never really wanted to inherit a bar, never really knew him, estranged. Same old sort of story. And so she goes to the bar, and eventually she finds the videotape, plays it, and hears about the crazy monster in the basement. Goes down there, sees the hole in the wall, and this chair, and sees Baghead for the first time. Freaks her out. And she realizes she has the keys, and she's got to keep it locked in the basement. Second act, she's not really sure what to do, and then a guy shows up wanting to talk to his dead wife. Maybe he made arrangements with the father, and for whatever reason he couldn't deal with him because he died or whatever. So she feels obligated to maybe fulfill that promise. So brings him down there and sees the weird sort of ceremony of him talking to his dead wife, and it kind of works, but again, there's a price. And does the guy she bring down there follow the rules, whatever they are, or does he break them? I think he probably follows them a little bit, but then something goes wrong, and maybe Baghead, I don't know, hurts him, or maybe even kills him. I don't know. And then I think this woman, maybe she worked in the bar, or she's a friend. I don't know. They don't really establish it in the trailer. She's saying, "Oh, we can't do this anymore. This is weird. let's stop all this." Yeah, there's Baghead, I guess, without the bag. But she's not sure what to do. At some point, they light her on fire. I'm not sure if that burns down the bar or what, but yeah. So that might be the climax of the movie. In order to get away, they light her. There's some sort of fight, and then she ends up lighting her on fire, and then locking her in the basement and letting the whole bar burn to the ground. But is she dead? Is it dead, or whatever? We don't know. Probably ends in kind of a dark, mysterious way. I like it. I think it's an interesting pitch, and I think it's got, again, like they're making in supernatural movies, you can kind of make the rules. Now maybe this ties into some sort of folklore. Feels like it should be a witch, right? Yeah, I think it feels like it's kind of a witch thing. I don't know if it has any real ties to anything, but yeah, I would say it. Oh, here we go. We got a write-up. A young woman inherits a rundown pub and discovers a dark secret within its basement. Baghead, a shape-shifting creature that will let you speak to lost loved ones, but not without consequences. Weird. Now, it's based on a short film, so the danger of that is a lot of times things that work in a short film don't really work for a 90-minute film. Yeah. It could, but we don't know. You get more money, more budget, expand the story. Maybe. It looks scary enough, and I like the setting. An old Irish English pub. So I think that I think it could work. So I think this would definitely be on my streaming list. I might even go see it in the theaters if it got some kind of release. When's it coming out? I don't think it says in this. Coming soon, so it probably doesn't have a release date. This will probably be next year sometime. Good time for this to come out, probably be like February. By March, you want more springtime movies, I think. But February, you're still in sort of a cold mode, if you know what I mean. So you want either, I think, that's a time to me in February. January, February is the time kind of movies you want to go see, are the kind of movies that are kind of hard to watch, if you know what I mean. They're either big dramas, war movies, that kind of thing, depressing stuff, or horror movies kind of work during that era. And then once you start to hit spring, I think you want to see more lighter fare. I don't know, that maybe that's just me with the weather. It's kind of the mood, or you want to see something, I don't know, that feels warm maybe. I don't know what a warm movie would be. I guess maybe like a romantic comedy, but I don't really like those. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more based take. If you can find a more based take, I say take it. I'll be at the Bayshore Center on Friday and Saturday for their holiday market. Don't miss that. Link in the description. And then on Sunday at Oddball Vintage from 11 to 3. That's in Absecon, New Jersey. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.